Welcome to Passion Travel. Join us as we explore fascinating destinations, uncover hidden gems, and embark on unforgettable journeys. Subscribe now and ignite your passion for travel. Queso de Tetilla, traditional Galician cheese, often served with honey or quince paste. Ingredients for Queso de Tetilla: 2 liters, about 8 cups, of whole milk. 1/4 teaspoon of calcium chloride, optional, helps with curd formation. 1/4 teaspoon of liquid rennet or 1/4 tablet of rennet diluted in 1/4 cup of cool, non-chlorinated water. 1/2 teaspoon of cheese salt, or to taste. Instructions. Prepare the milk. Pour the milk into a large, non-reactive pot. Heat the milk slowly over medium heat, stirring occasionally, until it reaches a temperature of about 32 degrees Celsius, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Add calcium chloride if using. If using calcium chloride, dissolve it in a tablespoon of cool, non-chlorinated water and stir it into the milk. Add rennet. Dilute the rennet in a small amount of cool, non-chlorinated water as mentioned in the ingredients. Add the diluted rennet to the milk and stir gently for 30 seconds to evenly distribute. Let the curd form. Cover the pot and let it sit undisturbed for about 45 minutes to 1 hour, or until you get a clean break when you insert a knife into the curd. Cut and cook the curd. Once you achieve a clean break, cut the curd into small cubes, about 1/2 inch in size. Place the pot back on the stove and heat slowly to 38 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, stirring gently to keep the curds from matting together. Drain and shape. Line a colander with cheesecloth and carefully ladle the curds into it to drain. Let them drain for about 10 minutes. Salt and shape. Transfer the drained curds to a bowl and mix in the cheese salt, ensuring it is evenly distributed. Shape the curds into a ball or mold using your hands or a cheese mold. If using a mold, press gently to remove excess whey. Press and age. Place the shaped cheese into a cheese mold with holes for drainage, or simply shape it into a traditional cone shape. Press the cheese lightly with a weight, about 2 to 3 kilograms or 4 to 6 pounds, for 12 to 24 hours at room temperature to expel more whey and shape it. Brine bath, optional. If desired, immerse the cheese in a brine solution, water mixed with salt, for about 6 to 12 hours, depending on the size of the cheese. Age the cheese. After brining, if done, transfer the cheese to a cool, humid environment, around 10 to 15 degrees Celsius or 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, to age. Turn the cheese daily and ensure it stays in a slightly humid environment for about 2 to 4 weeks. Torrijas, Spanish-style French toast. Ingredients for torrijas: 1 loaf of stale bread, preferably French bread or similar. 1 liter, 4 cups, of whole milk. 150 grams, 3/4 cup, of granulated sugar. 1 cinnamon stick. Zest of 1 lemon. 4 eggs. Olive oil or vegetable oil for frying. Ground cinnamon for dusting, optional. Instructions. Prepare the bread. Cut the stale bread into thick slices, about 1 inch thick. You can trim off the crusts if desired. Make the milk mixture. In a saucepan, combine the milk, granulated sugar, cinnamon stick, and lemon zest. Heat the mixture over medium heat until it starts to simmer, stirring occasionally to dissolve the sugar. Once simmering, remove from heat and let it cool slightly. Soak the bread. Place the bread slices in a shallow dish large enough to hold them in a single layer. Pour the warm milk mixture over the bread slices, ensuring they are fully submerged. Let them soak for about 10 to 15 minutes, flipping them halfway through so both sides absorb the milk. Prepare the eggs. In a separate shallow dish, beat the eggs until well combined. Fry the torrijas. In a large frying pan, heat enough olive oil or vegetable oil over medium-high heat to cover the bottom of the pan. Carefully remove each bread slice from the milk mixture, allowing any excess milk to drip off. Dip each soaked bread slice into the beaten eggs, coating both sides evenly. Fry the torrijas. Place the dipped bread slices in the hot oil and fry until golden brown and crispy on both sides, about 2 to 3 minutes per side. Be careful not to overcrowd the pan, fry in batches if necessary. Drain and serve. Once fried, transfer the tortillas to a plate lined with paper towels to drain off excess oil. Finish. While still warm, sprinkle the tortillas with a mixture of sugar and ground cinnamon if desired. Serve. Tortillas can be served warm or at room temperature. Enjoy them as a delicious dessert or a sweet treat with a cup of coffee or tea. Crema catalana, Catalan-style custard dessert. Ingredients for crema catalana: 500 milliliters, 2 cups, whole milk. 4 large egg yolks. 100 grams, half a cup, granulated sugar. 1 cinnamon stick. Zest of 1/2 lemon or orange. 30 grams, a quarter cup, cornstarch. Granulated sugar, for caramelizing the top. Instructions. Prepare the milk mixture. In a saucepan, combine the milk, cinnamon stick, and lemon or orange zest. Heat over medium heat until it just begins to simmer. Remove from heat and let it steep for 10 to 15 minutes to infuse the flavors. Remove the cinnamon stick. Prepare the egg yolk mixture. In a mixing bowl, whisk together the egg yolks and sugar until well combined and slightly pale. Combine mixtures. Gradually whisk the warm milk mixture into the egg yolk mixture, a little at a time, to temper the eggs. Whisk constantly to prevent the eggs from curdling. Thicken the custard. Return the mixture to the saucepan and place it over medium-low heat. Sprinkle the cornstarch over the mixture and whisk continuously until it thickens to a custard consistency. This will take about 5 to 7 minutes. The custard should coat the back of a spoon. Cool the crema catalana. Once thickened, immediately pour the custard into individual serving dishes or a shallow dish. Let it cool to room temperature, then cover with plastic wrap and refrigerate for at least 2 hours, or until chilled and set. Caramelize the top. Just before serving, sprinkle a thin, even layer of granulated sugar over the top of each crema catalana. Use a culinary torch to melt and caramelize the sugar until it forms a golden brown crust. Alternatively, place the dishes under a preheated broiler for a few minutes until the sugar caramelizes. Watch closely to avoid burning. Serve. Serve the crema catalana immediately after caramelizing the sugar, while the caramel crust is still warm and crisp. Chipperons, small fried squid. Chipperons are small squid or baby squid that are typically prepared in various Mediterranean cuisines, including Spanish and Catalan. Here's a simple recipe to prepare chipperons. Ingredients. Fresh chipperons, baby squid, cleaned and prepared, about 500 grams. Olive oil. Garlic cloves, minced, 2 to 3 cloves. Fresh parsley, finely chopped. Salt and pepper to taste. Lemon wedges for serving. Instructions. Prepare the chipperons. Rinse the chipperons under cold water and pat them dry with paper towels. Remove any remaining innards and cut off the tentacles if desired. Cooking the chipperons. Heat olive oil in a large skillet or frying pan over medium-high heat. Add the minced garlic to the pan and sauté for about 1 minute until fragrant. Add the chipperons. Carefully add the chipperons to the skillet in a single layer. Season them with salt and pepper to taste. Cook until tender. Cook the chipperons for about 2 to 3 minutes per side, or until they are opaque and cooked through. Be careful not to overcook, as they can become tough. Serve. Sprinkle the cooked chipperons with fresh parsley. Serve hot with lemon wedges on the side. Gambas al ajillo, garlic shrimp. Calamares a la romana is a popular Spanish dish consisting of tender squid rings coated in a light and crispy batter, typically served as a delicious appetizer or snack. Here's how you can make it at home. Ingredients. Fresh squid tubes, cleaned and cut into rings. All-purpose flour, for dredging. Salt and pepper, to taste. Sunflower oil or vegetable oil, for frying. Lemon wedges, for serving. For the batter: 1 cup all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1 cup cold sparkling water or beer, for a lighter and crispier batter. Instructions: prepare the squid rings. Rinse the squid tubes under cold water and pat them dry with paper towels. Cut the tubes into rings, about ½ inch thick. If desired, you can also use tentacles. Make the batter. In a mixing bowl, whisk together the flour, baking powder, and salt. Gradually whisk in the cold sparkling water or beer until you have a smooth batter. The batter should have a consistency similar to pancake batter, thick enough to coat the squid rings, but not too thick. Heat the oil. Pour enough oil into a deep frying pan or pot to cover the squid rings. Heat the oil to 180 degrees Celsius, 350 degrees Fahrenheit over medium-high heat. Use a thermometer to monitor the temperature for best results. Coat the squid rings. Season the squid rings with salt and pepper. Dredge the squid rings in flour, shaking off any excess. Montaditos: small sandwiches topped with various ingredients. Montaditos. Ingredients: small baguette or ciabatta bread, sliced into rounds or diagonal slices. Olive oil. Garlic clove, optional, for rubbing on the bread. Toppings of your choice, suggestions below. Topping ideas: Serrano ham, jamon serrano. Manchego cheese, thinly sliced. Spanish chorizo, thinly sliced. Marinated grilled vegetables, e.g., eggplant, zucchini, bell peppers. Tomato slices, drizzled with olive oil and sprinkled with salt. Anchovy fillets. Grilled shrimp, gambas. Spanish omelette, tortilla española, sliced into thin pieces. Roasted red peppers, pimentos. Grilled octopus, pulpo. Tuna, either marinated or grilled. Instructions: prepare the bread. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. Place the bread slices on a baking sheet and brush them lightly with olive oil. You can optionally rub a garlic clove over each slice for extra flavor. Toast the bread slices in the oven for about 5 to 7 minutes until they are lightly golden and crispy. Remove from the oven and let them cool slightly. Assemble the montaditos. Choose your toppings and arrange them on the toasted bread slices. For example, place a slice of serrano ham on some, top others with manchego cheese and a slice of tomato, and others with chorizo or any combination you prefer. If using seafood like shrimp or octopus, make sure they are cooked and cooled before placing them on the bread. Serve. Arrange the prepared montaditos on a serving platter and serve immediately as appetizers or as part of a tapas spread. You can garnish with fresh herbs like parsley or a drizzle of balsamic glaze for extra flair. Pinchos marunos, Moorish-style skewers of marinated meat. Pinchos marunos, also known as Moorish skewers or Moorish kebabs, are a traditional Spanish dish originating from the southern regions of Spain, particularly influenced by Moorish culinary traditions. They are typically made with marinated pieces of meat, skewered and grilled to perfection. Here's a recipe to make pinchos marunos. Ingredients: 1 pound, 450 g, of pork tenderloin or chicken breast, cut into bite-sized cubes. 2 cloves garlic, minced. 1 teaspoon ground cumin. 1 teaspoon ground coriander. 1/2 teaspoon smoked paprika. 1/2 teaspoon ground turmeric. 1/4 teaspoon ground cinnamon. 1/4 teaspoon cayenne pepper, optional, for spice. 2 tablespoons olive oil. Juice of 1/2 lemon. Salt and freshly ground black pepper, to taste. Wooden skewers, soaked in water for 30 minutes before using. Instructions: prepare the marinade. In a bowl, combine minced garlic, ground cumin, ground coriander, smoked paprika, ground turmeric, ground cinnamon, cayenne pepper, if using, olive oil, lemon juice, salt, and black pepper. Mix well, to form a marinade. Marinate the meat. Place the cubed pork or chicken in a shallow dish or resealable plastic bag. Pour the marinade over the meat, making sure it is evenly coated. Cover the dish or seal the bag and refrigerate for at least 1 hour, or ideally overnight, to allow the flavors to meld. Skewer the meat. Preheat your grill or grill pan over medium-high heat. Thread the marinated meat onto the soaked wooden skewers, distributing evenly. Grill the pinchos marunos. Brush the grill lightly with olive oil, to prevent sticking. Place the skewers on the grill and cook for about 3 to 4 minutes per side, or until the meat is cooked through and has grill marks. Rotate the skewers as needed to ensure even cooking. Serve. Once cooked, remove the pinchos marunos from the grill and let them rest for a few minutes. Serve hot, optionally garnished with chopped fresh parsley or a squeeze of lemon juice.